Hello, everyone. I'm OP Clint. Welcome to Inner Peace Time. As always, it's great to be here online with all of you, whether you're watching from Zoom, YouTube, or Facebook. So, hello again, everyone. Hello, our members in Texas. Hello, May. Hello, Krista. Hello, Dr. Ken, Dr. K. Hi, Dad, my mom and dad. Hello, Kai C, Wendy, and John, and Tia. Also, those on YouTube. Hello, Lisa, Terry, and Hakuzo. And of course, everyone watching on Facebook. And if you're watching on Facebook, a reminder, I am streaming to several pages at once, so if you don't see my face at the top corner, very likely I can't see your comment right now, but I'll always go back and reply. As right now I see Julie and Helenea, thanks for joining on Facebook. And great to be here with you all, and I'm sure you can notice there are cherry blossoms behind me. It's just that time of the year, and I thought, show off some of the pictures I took from last week. And overall, when we're about to meditate, as we're all about to do together, remember, meditation is very simple. Just relaxation and awareness. Just two simple steps. Simple but profound. So, hello, Nui. Is that Bart? Hello, Bart. Yeah. So it's great to be here with you all again. And, you know, it's so great that we had this opportunity to meditate together. And recently, someone had been asking me about how I deal with so much technology and so much media nowadays. And yeah, as a monk, it can be quite distracting, or really, it can be distracting for anyone. But just like any tool, it's all about how you use it. So I'm very glad I get to use it in a way to share and chat with all of you. So use it in a way that's more beneficial to you. That way, it's a good tool rather than a tool that brings you down. See, more people have come in. Hello, Ikasit. Hello, Pat. Hello again, Kaleem. So, as always, we're about to meditate, and like I always tell you, quality over quantity. Don't force, don't push. Take your time. Whether you're brand new to meditation or you've been meditating for years, still take your time. The more you force, the more you push, the more you hold yourself back. You start to build up this invisible wall holding you back. So allow yourself to experience. Let go of expectations, whatever you think or know is supposed to happen. And instead, allow today's session to be a new session, a new experience, always. So, is everyone ready for some meditation? Okay, then, as always, let's get into our perfect position, as I like to call it, because it's perfect for you. And when you're ready, gently close your eyes. Take in a deep breath. Breathe in the cool, calm, relaxing air. And breathe out all your worries, thoughts, and responsibilities. Just let it all go. Forget about it for the time that we are meditating. Just breathe in, breathe out. Let each breath of fresh air help you become more relaxed, more comfortable. Take in a few more deep breaths, as this is a natural and easy way to relax. And once you're ready, you can return to normal breathing. And before we continue, remember to let go of all your expectations. It's a reminder not just for you, but also for me. I tend to remind myself every time, just to be sure. So while many of you have followed me for quite some time and hear me say it all the time, this is why it's very important to let go of your expectations, to allow yourself to experience, not anticipate, not trying to make something happen. We allow ourselves to experience, allowing what is supposed to happen naturally. And all we have to do is relax our body, relax our mind, and allow it to happen on its own, at its own time. Just like watching the sunrise or the sunset. No matter how much we want to see the sun break the surface, we cannot force it. All we can do is sit back, relax, and wait patiently, allowing that amazing thing to happen at its own time. And even talking to people who watch the sunrise regularly, they tell me that every single day is different. Just like our meditation. Even though we're expecting the same kind of thing, it's never truly exactly the same. A brand new experience each time. So as we practice, relax your body, relax your mind. Allow everything to happen naturally, relaxingly. And don't worry about trying to be perfect. You don't need to look perfect. You don't need to be perfect. Instead, allow yourself to feel perfect. As in, you feel perfect the way you're sitting, whatever position you're in right now, that you feel comfortable, you feel at ease. The great thing about meditating online is that you can really be in any position as long as you're comfortable. Whether you be sitting on the floor, sitting on the couch, sitting on a bench, leaning on a wall, or even laying down. While we're online, that's absolutely fine. But whenever you get the opportunity to sit in a group, I don't recommend laying down. While it can be a very comfortable position, it can also add an unintentional distraction. You might fall asleep, and while sleeping is not a problem, the unintentional distraction is you might start to snore. So this is why, if you're ever in a group setting, sitting is always the more preferred position. This way it's a little easier to keep our consciousness. But like I said before, it's okay if you fall asleep. Also, if you're in a group setting and someone next to you happens to fall asleep, just give them a little tap on their hand. That's all it takes. Because when you fall asleep during meditation, you're actually not that far gone. It's like just a little over the line of consciousness. So when you just tap their hand, you'll hear a deep breath and they're back. Or a deep breath and they continue snoring. But it's okay. Adjust. Relax your body. Relax your mind. And let your mind rest on that one thing, your meditation object or image. Whatever object or image that feels right to you. I recommend the full moon because it's bright and shining, but not blinding. It's calming and cooling. Your meditation object should be something like that. Simple, easy, comfortable. As these are our meditation tools to center our mind, visualizing our object, or even using a mantra, a word or sound. They are tools to help us calm our mind. They are not mandatory. Some days you feel like you want the object, then use an object. Some days you feel you need the mantra, then use the mantra. Some days you feel you need both, then use both. And also, some days you don't want either, then allow yourself to just sit centered. Adjust to you, because you know how you feel. Trust how you feel. First, relax your body, then relax your mind. If your body and mind feel okay, you're going the right direction. But if it feels not okay, not quite okay, a little bit more adjustment. Once you start to feel okay, good enough, comfortable enough, you're going the right direction. If you feel more than okay, wonderful, keep it up. And how we keep it up is by continually doing it correctly. Not to force, not to push. Relax your body, relax your mind. That's all we need to do. And when we get this balance just right, you'll notice your object or your mantra might start to fade away. Do not be alarmed. It tends to fade away because these are our tools. And just like tools that we use, when we're done with them, we put them away. So if your object or your mantra fades away, just take a moment to notice how you feel and allow yourself to stay in that calm, that stillness. But if your mind begins to wander again, feel free to bring back your mantra or your object. So give yourself time to let your mind slow down. Start to take a break and rest. Now let us continue in silence, letting our mind be calm, clear, and peaceful. Remember, take your time. There's no need to rush, no need to force. Allow yourself to enjoy this mini vacation. But if it starts to feel like work, you're starting to force, you're starting to tense up, you feel like you're starting to get a headache, I recommend to reset or restart. One way is to simply open your eyes and take a break. That's why I have a video background, something you can look at, or even just look at me, checking if I'm awake or asleep. That's fine too. As we are practicing, allow yourself adjustment. You don't have to be like a statue. It's okay to move. It's okay to adjust. Because when we make those minor adjustments, it allows us to keep going, to go in deeper and deeper. So take your time. Relax your body, relax your mind. Allow yourself to enjoy this mini vacation for your body and your mind. Some more. Some more. Some more. Now, let us begin spreading loving kindness. Spreading loving kindness is like spreading out your heart, sending out good intentions to all beings. So let us visualize our object as we have been doing, and imagine that your object becomes crystal clear, clean and bright, and at the center of your object there is a bright light. This light is very special. All those who touch this light are instantly happier, healthier, and more at peace. So we let this light illuminate our body, filling our body with light. Then let this light shine out from you, filling the room. Let this light spread far and wide, filling the city and the surrounding cities, filling the state or province and the surrounding states or provinces, filling the country and the surrounding countries, until filling the entire world, and now throughout the universe. Thinking of our loved ones, our family, our friends, our close and distant relatives, our co-workers, acquaintances, all the people you know, and all the people you don't know, to all sentient beings, all the animals in this world, and even thinking to the heavens, to our friends and relatives who have passed away, wishing well for every one of them. And as we are spreading loving kindness, let us make this wish together, for us all to be happy, healthy, wealthy, successful, to gain wisdom, attain enlightenment, for world peace. Let us take a moment to make our own good wishes. Buddha Parapata Pacheka Nanjayang Palang Arahanta Nanjate Jenarakam Pantami Sapaso Sapaputtanupavena Sapathammanupavena Sapasankhanupavena Satasoti Bhavantu Te. And now, very gently and at your own pace, opening your eyes. Take your time as we slowly come back. You can take in a few deep breaths, do a little stretch if you'd like, as we slowly come back. How is everyone feeling? Alright. See smiles and thumbs up, that's good. See a few hearts too, very good. I see a few more people have come in. Hello. Hi Tracy. Hello Pawina. I saw Marcel, I think he left already. Oh well. And hello Melody and Beverly, thanks for joining on Facebook. No. Now that we finished the meditation, as always, take a moment to notice how you feel. Considering is what we call it. It's like taking a moment to check and see what worked, what didn't work. As we continue to practice our meditation, you'll start to notice how very valuable it is to take that moment to consider, to see, oh, this kind of thing works for me, or oh, this object was right for me, or even how I'm sitting, this works for me. When you start to realize these little things, they make a big difference in your path forward as you continue to practice. Finding that best way for you is what makes it so much easier to keep going forward. And also, even knowing what doesn't work for you is also good to know. That way you're like, okay, for example, one thing that most people will have a bad experience is if there's something going on in your life right now. So let's say there's some family drama or something going on that will affect your meditation. But the good news is, as your meditation gets better, even those things start to get affected by your meditation. In other words, you're able to help remedy the situation better. You're able to deal with it better, or able to resolve it better. So, at first, as we're practicing, outside stuff messes with our inner stuff. Later on, as our inner stuff gets better, it starts to help alleviate the outer stuff. Like we say, inner peace for world peace. Because when you have inner peace, we can finally have world peace. Or at least start with your own peace. Okay. I see lots of questions already. Before we go into questions, one thing I always tell you guys is quality over quantity. And it's very important. Here's a quote from my master, Lompada Mashio. And he says something very similar. Although he says it, and he calls it time doesn't matter. But when he says this, is that when you are in the right condition, happiness will follow. What is that right condition? It's because you will no longer care about the time. You'll be happy in the moment. How does this happen? Through our meditation. When we have that balance of relaxation and awareness, we have contentment. So when we have contentment, time doesn't matter. You're very content with whatever is going on. You're not in a rush. You're not trying to force. You're not trying to make something happen. You're able to enjoy and experience life instead of stressing over the things that you're unable to control, which is usually not controllable anyway. So let us practice relaxation and awareness. Have that contentment, and then you'll see for yourself, time doesn't matter. You're able to enjoy it instead of feel like it's never enough. So, as now I see the questions, so as always, I open the floor to you all. For those on Zoom, you can turn on your mic if you like. But let's start with our YouTube question. Oh, first, Hagu says, really like the background today. Yes, it's a picture I took from last week. The blossoms were blooming, so I wanted to share with you guys. Okay, and he says, is it better to have your hands clasped together or to the sides during meditation? Yeah, it's a good question. In meditation, the technique that we do, we usually have our hands with our right hand over our left hand, with the right index finger, your pointer, touching your left thumb, but gently like that, and placed on your lap. But my hands, so for me, I tend to have my hands like on my knees like this, either up or down, just because my body naturally is very hot. So when I have it clasped, I tend to overheat and then I kind of get sweaty and then I put my hands to the side. what I recommend to you is what feels comfortable to you. There are things called mudras. They're like a way you put your fingers together, and they're an energy source. You can use that if you like. Uh, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying that start with what feels right to you. This is the proper way for the technique that I teach. But if you feel comfortable with your hands up like this, down your side, on your legs, whatever, great. Be comfortable first. All right. Okay. Oh, got a question on Facebook. Julie says, are all monks to be addressed as venerable, or is it a set aside for certain monks only? Oh, okay. Think of venerable like when we see a priest and say reverend. It's like the word that we have acquired as the word for the Buddhist monk. That's how we use it. For me, I'm happy with Monk Clint, LP Clint, even just LP. LP comes from Luang Pi. It's a Thai word that means brother monk. So I just kind of acquired that into English to just be LP, as that's what my teenage friends used to call me. So it just ended up working out well. LP. Okay. Another question on YouTube. Hakuzo says, since it's warmer now, have you ever used the sun to brew tea? I have not. And while it is warmer, it's not that warm up here in Canada. It was just raining a little while ago, and it's maybe 40 degrees outside. So yeah, we're kind of cold normally. So a good thing is I like the cold. Like I said, I'm naturally very hot, so this happens to work out very well for me. Okay. Oh, here we got a question on Facebook. Melody says, what exactly is merit? How do you share with living or deceased? If you share, do you give all your merit or just some, and why? Very good question. So merit is the term that we use for the good karma or the good energy that we make from goodness. So we always like to share this good energy we call merit with both those who are alive and especially those who are deceased and passed away. Because in Buddhism, we believe that merit is the foundation of all happiness and success in your life. But when you share the merit, it's not like you're cutting a piece of your cake and giving it away. Okay? So it's not like you lose any merit. It's more like a candlelight. Hence why we love the candlelight when we do ceremonies. When we have a candlelight, this is like your merit. And then you want to share it with someone else. You light that other candle. But does your light go out? No. At least normally it doesn't. If it's windy, maybe. So, but in general, you can send that light to other people. And it does not diminish how much merit you have. It continues to expand. Just like how the candlelight brightens up the day, brightens the room. You start to brighten up more and more. So with merit, we always want to share with those who have deceased because at least this is a little bit Buddhism. Buddhism, we believe that when you pass away, it's very difficult to create merit. The time that it's easiest is when you're a human, when you're here on this world, because now you have the ability to do it. But once you're up in heaven or you're a spirit, now you're using it up. It's like your fuel. It's like your energy, your life source. And also what brings more happiness to you. So that's why we share it to our relatives. It's also a great way to reconnect to them. We believe that whenever you transfer merit or send merit to your loved ones who have passed away, immediately they feel it and they also see your face. So it reminds them, oh, my son, my daughter, oh, my grandson, my granddaughter. They think of you immediately. So it's a way of keeping connected. So I do hope you all, do that. Transfer merit whenever you can. Anytime you do goodness, dedicate to them. With this generosity, may they have good aura, be happy, peaceful wherever they are. And then on. Okay, thank you for your question. All right, Lisa has a question. Is there a way to find peace quickly after some trying to fight with you? A technique to quickly calm down. And yes, I'm safe. Okay, so meaning maybe like a verbal fight or something like that. Okay. Well, a quick way? Not always so quick. It's depending on your practice. So with meditation can be a great way to help you, but if you're still new at meditation, it's not so quick. Think of meditation like a way of helping you build up a shield, build up your armor. That makes it so it's easier to deal with what's in front of you. But if you're already hit, you still need time to remedy. Okay? Kind of like an arrow hitting the armor. It can just bounce off or maybe get stuck to the armor. Maybe give you a little bit of damage compared to an arrow directly in you. that's a lot more damage, a lot more to heal. So it takes a bit more time. So what I recommend is have your safe space that you'll feel comfortable. Go to that to help you release, do some meditation if you like, if it's working at that time. It doesn't always work for everyone at that moment. Another thing I do a lot is the mantra. The mantra's always been my go-to tool to help me calm down, especially in heated situations. The speed of the mantra tends to go depending on how I'm feeling. So it's like samarahang during meditation, then like when I'm angry, samarahang, samarahang, samarahang. So adjust to you, okay? That's one thing that I do recommend to help get some calm to get back, because that's what has helped for me. Adjust to you. You'll start to notice yourself. Thank you for your question, Lisa. Okay. Oh, another question on Facebook. No one's asking on YouTube or on Zoom today. No problem. Okay, Julie says, sometimes I see Satu and other times I see Satu, which is correct. Okay, so Satu is it's like the Buddhist version of Amen. It's a way of saying, we see the goodness that you've done. I rejoice in the goodness that you've done. That's pretty much what it's saying in general. So Satu is just one word. And in Buddhism, we tend to like to say things in threes. It's almost like I have shared with our Alabama group before that back in India, way back in that time, you would have to say it 3 times to show that you mean it. Like for example, in Buddhism, we say Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. We say it 3 times, and we bow 3 times. It's like almost everything's done in threes, and it's like showing that you truly mean it. So some people will say it Satu 3 times. It's like saying, my joke that I told them was, imagine like your husband or wife just said, "Oh, hey, I love you, honey." They're like, yeah, whatever. You didn't say it 3 times, you know. You didn't mean it, you know. So that's just kind of the culture, and we've continued to acquire and keep it. So when you hear Satu, understand that's like the Amen, and then you can say it 3 times or 1 time, or however many times you like. It's a way of just saying, I love the goodness that you've done. I see the goodness. I am happy with the goodness you're doing. Okay? Thank you for your questions. Okay. Then, as now time has come to a close, right before I give you the blessing, I'd like to remind you all, I'm here every Monday, Wednesday, Friday for late night meditation, here on Saturdays for intermediate time, and of course, our full moon's coming up very soon. Or actually, full moon just happened, so next month. But let you guys know the schedule for the next time. And now, I'd like to give you a blessing. May you all be blessed with happiness, good health, wealth, success in your lives. May you be surrounded by good friends who will always guide you into light, in times of darkness and in times of need. And when you close your eyes to meditate, may you attain inner peace easily and quickly in every lifetime. So thank you again, everyone. Have a wonderful day or night wherever you're watching from. And remember, a smile a day keeps the stress away. So everyone, keep smiling. Let's brighten up the world together. So for everyone on YouTube and Facebook, see you guys next time. For those on Zoom, feel free to stay longer if you like. We can chat some more. Take care, everyone.